My husband slept with Madison, the charity case I've been sponsoring for years. It was a stormy night. I'd just come out of hospital. The medical report still crumpled in my hand. I had just miscarried the child I was carrying with Adrian. I was so weak I could barely hold my umbrella steady. And then, his text came in. He wanted me to deliver condoms to him and Madison. That girl, I sponsored. Young, beautiful, and quite adept at playing the innocent. He used to say she was just a kid, that he shouldn't even touch her. But on the day I lost our child, he slept with her. I stood in the rain and dropped the condoms at the door. The intimate sounds coming from inside made my heart seize in agony. I said nothing, just turned around and walked away. The rain dripped from my hair to feet, but I couldn't tell if it was rain or tears. When I got home, I started packing. The next morning, I saw them standing together at the top of the stairs. He looked as mature and dashing as ever, while she was radiant and captivating. Her neck was covered in hickeys. She clearly had no intention of hiding. Adrian informed me in a solemn tone that from today on, I needed to take better care of Madison as she was to prepare for pregnancy. Prepare for pregnancy. This irony was perfect. The condoms I delivered in the freezing rain last night had never even been opened. I went back to my room to finish packing. As I walked up the stairs, I heard Madison whining at him in that sweet tone, complaining that I didn't seem to welcome her stay. His reply was cold: if she doesn't let you in, then she can get the hell out. My footsteps faltered, but I just walked silently into my room and shut the door. That night, the entire villa echoed with the sounds of their pleasure. I sat on the edge of my bed, flipping through our wedding photos. In the pictures, my smile was radiant. His eyes were full of love. Back then, we were the couple the whole city envied. He had nearly cut ties with his family just to marry me. For 10 years, he held me in the palm of his hand, making me believe that life could only get better and better. But 10 years later, everything has changed. I lost my child, and he is holding someone else. Early in the morning, I opened the door and saw her leaning against my doorway. She was wearing a silk slip, her hair was messy, and her skin was covered in bite marks. Her expression was relaxed, almost smug, a silent reminder. She had screamed that loud last night on purpose, just so I would hear. I stood frozen, feeling a tight grip around my chest. A memory from 7 years ago smashed into my brain. She was skin and bones, being beaten into the dirt by her parents. Her brother stood by, laughing maniacally. I was the one who had asked Adrian to save her. I was the one who had insisted on getting her out of that hellhole, finding her a school, finding her a home. She said she would repay me with everything she had. I just never imagined her repayment would be sleeping with my husband. Back in the present, she stood in the light, rambling on about last night. Her tone was a mix of fatigue and cheerfulness. Finally, she put on an innocent face and asked if I could teach her any tricks on how to better serve a man in bed. I only said one thing: Adrian and I didn't do it in a whole year as much as you two did in one night. She smiled like she had just won the lottery. She hooked her arm through mine, claiming she just wanted to be part of the family. The moment I shook her hand off my arm, she threw herself backward. It was an exaggerated fall, but she landed perfectly. I opened my mouth to explain, but before I could get a word out, Adrian slapped me. The sound rang out so clearly it echoed down the corridor. My ears rang. My cheek burned. Adrian declared that Madison was going to carry his child, and warned me, if I dared hurt her again, I could get out of the house. He knew I wouldn't leave. Suddenly, a sharp cramp twisted my stomach. I gasped for air. I just had an ectopic pregnancy termination yesterday. Any physical stress was agonizing. I opened my lips, trying to ask him to take me to the hospital, but my voice failed me. He grabbed Madison's hand and turned.
You just witnessed a storm of betrayal. A woman, broken by loss, faces the ultimate deceit from the one person she trusted most. But this is only the beginning. The pain you felt. It's about to fuel an incredible transformation. How does a shattered heart find the strength to fight back?